with the mostest this Thanksgiving season. Today I'm going to show you 5 different centerpiece ideas that you can quickly put together for your Thanksgiving table.
The world had more of your smile.
Each centerpiece idea is created specifically low so you can interact and communicate with your guests at the Thanksgiving table.
What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars.
This modern glam centerpiece uses velvet pumpkins, but you could use real pumpkins instead. I started out with a dough bowl. You could use any kind of basket or dish that you have around your house to get a similar look. I used some vintage lace just for a little bit of texture here, and I arranged the pumpkins inside of the dough bowl. And then I had some velvet pumpkin picks also that I used for some depth in the design. And I bent the bottoms of the pumpkin picks just so they would fit into the bowl better.
Birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with you.
This elegant vintage look uses lots of neutral pumpkins and leaves. I stacked some vintage china pieces together for a little height and interest of the centerpiece. You can create the same look using some dishes that you have around your house. I stacked some pumpkins inside and around the dishes, and then I also have some gold pumpkins that I added just for a little bit of elegance and a pop of color here. And then I added some neutral leaves across the middle of the centerpiece just to add some texture and some dimension. Create a Scandinavian minimalist look with neutral colors and natural elements. Here we have real pumpkins scattered across the table, and then some neutral leaves that were added for some texture and some layers here. And then we added some candles for a little height. Okay, so maybe this is a little bit more than a normal minimalist look, but for me, more is more. Create a vintage farmhouse look by using a basket, put a pumpkin inside of that basket, and use some vintage pieces and some natural elements as well. The lace doily here, it adds a little bit of texture. I ended up switching the doily out, but I really like that little pop of the texture here. And then I added some leaves for a pop of color. And as I was creating this, I wasn't quite sure about the centerpiece, but I just kept going, and it ended up actually being one of my favorite centerpieces.
Wonder if you think about me like I think of you. Wonder if you dream the way I do. When you look at clouds, do you see faces as I do? Do you get caught by your own thoughts like I do? Wonder what would happen if I showed these words to you. Wonder if you laugh at my simple poetry. Or even worse, would you look at me with pity in your eyes?
And for this last centerpiece, I wasn't quite sure what to call it. It's just kind of a collection of fall decor, so we're going to call it eclectic. And it wouldn't be Thanksgiving without a cornucopia anyway. Around this time of the year, you can find cornucopias at the thrift store. I ended up using a cake stand just to add a little bit of height on this centerpiece. And inside of the cornucopia, I stuffed it with some grocery bags, and then I added some leaves, some pumpkins, some pine cones, and acorns just for a little bit of texture inside of the cornucopia arrangement.
'Cause you got something that my heart just can't ignore, that I've never felt before. And if you go, I wanna go there with you. I see you staring at the shadows on the wall. Wonder if you think about escaping. Or do you like the way the sun is dancing in the fall? Maybe you find some peace of mind, maybe not. If I had courage to address you with my speech, yes, if I was brave enough to ask you, I'd ask you if you'd like to run away somewhere with me, a place where we both don't have to run from ourselves. 'Cause you
Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the description box below which centerpiece idea was your favorite. Happy decorating!
I just can't ignore that I've never felt before.